The Menendez brothers grabbed headlines in the 1990s for killing their parents. What exactly led these two young men of privilege to commit such a violent crime? On August 20, 1989, Beverly Hills police were called to the home of Jose and Kitty Menendez. Jose's 21-year-old son, Lyle, had called 911 to report that someone had broken in and murdered both his parents. What began as a home invasion case quickly became an investigation into Lyle and his 18-year-old brother Eric. Detectives noticed right away that both brothers were going on lavish spending sprees, buying sports cars and Rolex watches, as well as taking expensive vacations around the world. The big break in the case came from Judalon Smith, the ex-mistress of Eric's therapist, Jerome Oziel. In recorded therapy sessions, Eric confessed to murdering his parents.
I just broke down and I told them what had happened, that I did this.
Oziel relayed this information to Smith. After ending her relationship with Oziel, Smith went to authorities. Arrest warrants were issued for both Menendez brothers, and the two were apprehended a few days apart in March 1990. They were both convicted and sentenced to life in prison in 1996. How exactly did they end up there? Eric and Lyle were born into a wealthy household in Princeton, New Jersey. Jose had earned his fortune as a corporate executive. The family moved to Southern California in 1986, and biography notes that both brothers began to fall in with the wrong crowd. Eric, in particular, was seemingly susceptible to peer pressure. On 2 different occasions, he and some friends were arrested for burglary. Meanwhile, Lyle was accepted to Princeton, where he excelled as a tennis player. Only an average student, his acceptance into this prestigious private university might have been helped by his father's $50,000 donation to the school. In court testimony, both Menendez brothers argued that their charmed life was just a facade. They detailed horrific physical and sexual abuse at the hands of their father. It was particularly directed at Lyle, who claimed that he and his brother only murdered their parents so that the abuse would stop. Their allegations were supported by the testimony of an elder cousin, Diane Vandermolen, who said Lyle confided to her about the abuse. Alarmed by what she heard, Vandermolen immediately went to her Aunt Kitty. She testified that she assumed that her aunt had taken care of it because Lyle never mentioned it again.
What did Kitty seem to think about it?
I mean, if Jose did it or said it, there was no questioning it.
Other members of the family dispute the brothers' claims, however. Kitty's older brother, Brian Anderson, told ABC News that the idea that his sister or brother-in-law would abuse either of their sons was, quote, absolute insanity. The Sun reports that for years after their convictions, the Menendez brothers were kept in separate prisons more than 500 miles apart. But in 2018, Lyle was transferred from Mule Creek State Prison to Richard J. Donovan Correctional Facility in San Diego, where Eric is also serving out his sentence. In April 2021, the brothers were featured in an episode of 2020, which piqued the interest of a new generation of true crime followers. Some have demanded mercy for the brothers. Petitions for California Governor Gavin Newsom to reconsider their case have been sent to Sacramento. The growing support for the brothers is rooted in the idea that they were retaliating against child abuse. In September 2024, Netflix released Monsters, a drama series about the family before and after the murders. The show rankled some in its depiction of Eric and Lyle as having an incestuous relationship. Eric spoke out about the show through his wife Tammy, whom he married in 1999. She posted his statement on her X account, accusing the series creator Ryan Murphy of making the show with bad intent. She said, Murphy shapes his horrible narrative through vile and appalling character portrayals of Lyle and me and disheartening slander. Murphy has defended himself and the show in multiple interviews.
We show many perspectives. That's what the show does.
If you or someone you know may be the victim of child abuse, please contact the Child Help National Child Abuse Hotline at 1-800-4-A-CHILD, 1-800-422-4453, or contact their live chat services.